Hello guys, how to do this? I was working and listening to a book that many of you know at least, and I think many of you like, and we all know that it's going to have a movie. If it's not out already, I don't know. And it's the first book of Enola Holmes, the case of the missing Marquis. And I DNF'd it. And why am I doing video only about it? This is one of those types of books that kinda, I'm not gonna say make me angry, but kinda do. Because the only reason why this book was written was to say that back in Victorian days, girls cannot do this and boys could do this, and this. Now, I know, and it's a reason. It is a fact, not a reason. It is a fact that we women had less rights, less power, less a lot of things. But this book goes beyond what I think is acceptable, and many books do this. Because first, there isn't a 14-year-old girl that doesn't know what a piece of undergarment that her mother wears is for. She knows. She just knows. Okay, it's not a thing to be Victorian or from today. If you are a young girl and you live with your mother and your mother has fancy dresses, you know exactly whatever she is wearing if you like those things. Even if you don't like, you know those things. Especially one of the things that she asked was so, what the hell, it's so simple. So anyway, not nitpicking on that. What were the things? This is one of those books that depicts a strong female as not liking what is supposed to be female things like dolls, and saying that she got dolls, and since she doesn't like dolls, she ripped the heads off the dolls. Now, that's not being a strong female, nor a role of any kind. It's just being a person that needs, a kid that needs a better education. It's simply that. If you don't like it, you just say thanks, and you don't act like a spoiled little brat, and do not damage things. It's that simple. But it's portrayed here as if you are a strong girl, you don't need to like girl things. You cannot like girly things. And I mean, you guys, a lot of people likes to complain of toxic femininity, toxic culture. This is toxic. I mean, I think I am a strong female. I've always liked dolls and stuff like that, and I always felt when I read those things that I shouldn't. Why not? Instead of it's just, this is the type of books that make things worse for everyone. Plus, I mean, you are undermining the efforts of all the ladies that lived back then, because there's still ladies writing books, ladies making difference in society, ladies controlling society, basically, ladies doing all sorts of things. You are not, instead of focusing so much on how we were oppressed. I mean, Younger people need to know that there were different, but instead of being like focusing on everything that is supposed to be girly, bad, all the things that the boys do good, and we couldn't do that, focus, just tell the difference, plain and simple, without taking sides, and focus on the ladies that lived on that period, knew the rules and worked around them. Women that wrote books, became famous with their books. People thought that they were men, and then they could come out and say they were women. Nurses, teachers, mothers, I mean, they all existed, lived under those circumstances, and there's lots of them that worked around it and were stronger because of it. Plus, stop the thing about the corsets. Tight lacing is one thing, using corsets is another. Okay? That was exactly what made me stop listening to this. Just, what the hell? I mean, tight lacing was a thing, but there is other ways that a corset makes your waist look thin without making it that thinner, because it's not, like, for heaven's sake, a corset is literally a bra for that period. That's what it was. There are some people that thought, okay, I'm gonna do tight lacing, and that's with them. But a lot of people, if not the majority of people, didn't do tight lacing. They didn't went like, okay, I'm not gonna braid because that's silly. The structure of the corset, the form of the corset, plus the padded around the skirts, the back, made like the hips look fuller. And if the hips look fuller, if the bust looks fuller, the waist is gonna look thinner automatically, because illusion. Okay, it's shapes. It's like dresses. It's to just give a form on the dresses. It's like to help the ladies. You don't want to go without a corset if you don't have a bra, and they didn't have a bra. Like, corsets are not that complicated. People worked on corsets. Okay? Servants wore corsets. They did everything. Stop it. It's a little bit too much. Yeah. And I don't think it is good to normalize this type of looking at the past, because yes, there was bad things. I'm gonna keep saying there was bad things, but if you only look like that, if you only be like, this is bad, this is bad, this is bad, and if you don't look at the good things, why? Because if we arrive today on the place that we are, is because of all that was made before, and it wasn't made before just like 15 years ago. It was something that came from long ago. It was a long journey. And this just undermines so many people on that journey. Plus, Victorian had rules. And Victorian had rules. Yes, they were strict. There were books about it. Now, let's be totally honest here. Nobody in their perfect mind is going to think that everyone in Victorian era at all times obey to all the social rules. And that's the fun of it. Okay? It's the fun of breaking some rules, of going around the rules, of playing with the rules. please put that in their mind. It was such. I know Victorian people like to go picking with it because it was so very complex in society terms, in roles, and all of that. But it's not that bad, okay? It's just almost like a game, a very full of rules game, but still a game. And people couldn't, like I said, it is impossible for everyone to obey to all the rules. And to the most of all, I don't want to start completely ranting here, so I'm just gonna conclude this. I didn't finish reading the book because I was just getting mad, and that's not what reading is for me. It's not getting mad, it's to relax, so a bit counterproductive there. So I stopped it. And yeah, please do let me know your thoughts on this book in particular if you have read it. Thank you. Bye bye.